When will Six Flags Over Texas officially announce their GIGA dive coaster that's coming next year? Well, we have that answer. We'll give it to you right now. All right, this is going to be a quick update today, but we finally have the date when Six Flags Over Texas is going to announce their new dive coaster that everybody knows is coming there. We just don't know what it's going to look like, all the specific stats, how many records it's going to break. Today, we got a little bit more information from Jeffrey Siebert. He is the regional, let me get this right, okay, because all these Six Flags park presidents are changing. Jeffrey Siebert was the park president at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Many people in the industry say he is like the best, one of the best in the business. I agree with that, even though I've never been to his park, Fiesta Texas. Shame on me. It is on my list, I promise. It is on my list to get down there at one point. So anyway, I want to get this right. So he is now the regional general manager of Texas. So he oversees Six Flags Fiesta Texas, as I mentioned, Six Flags Over Texas, the Schlitterbahn New Braunfels, Schlitterbahn Galveston Island, Hurricane Harbor Arlington, and Hurricane Harbor Splashtown Houston. I hope I pronounced all those things correctly. But either way, he's in charge of a lot more stuff than Fiesta Texas now. And one of those parks is Six Flags Over Texas. So Six Flags Fiesta Texas was holding their Six Flags Fiesta Texas 92 event, which is, I think is what they call it, where they make all the park announcements, what's going on, it's a little celebration down there, everything going on at the park. But he also talked about what was happening at Six Flags Over Texas. And when they teased this yesterday being National Roller Coaster Day today, I thought that we were going to get a little bit more today than just the date of when this is happening, right? So I thought we might get a little bit of teaser of what it looks like, this or that. But then thinking about it in hindsight, I thought, well, you know what? I think it makes sense that they are going to save all of that for one day on its own, because this is a pretty big attraction. So here's everything he had to say about the new ride that's coming, the date, and then I'll show that to you, and then we'll recap after it. Take a look.
Mark your calendars. You are all invited to attend the big reveal announcement for what is coming at Six Flags Over Texas as we drop the gate. So what do we know so far? How tall is it going to be? Over 300 feet is what we have submitted for permits from the FAA. We've also shared it will be a multi-record-breaking attraction, not only for the state of Texas, but throughout the globe. It is truly a monstrosity of excitement, the biggest thrills. It will change the way the park looks from a profile perspective forever. History will be made again, and history will rise where it all began at Six Flags Over Texas. So please make sure that you mark your calendars. Join us live and in person when we reveal all of the name, rendering, superlatives, all the excitement is what yet to come. You do not have to wait much longer, which is great. But come and join us in September for the big grand unveiling. The other cool thing that you will see at Six Flags Over Texas beginning in September, the attraction will begin to rise from the ground, which we call going vertical. So in September, this new behemoth will also rise from the ground, and you'll be able to see history in the making piece by piece as we put together the most exciting, largest, most dynamic attraction ever in the entire state's history. And it's right here at Ground Zero, Six Flags Over Texas. Are you guys excited? It is going to be magnificent. No doubt we're pulling out all the stops as we celebrate the park's 65th anniversary in 2026.
So as I mentioned, not a lot of information there. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more, but it makes sense that all of this would be saved for its own thing, because it's going to be a huge attraction for Six Flags Over Texas. He mentioned there it will completely change the landscape of the park. It will be over 300 feet tall. That's what the permits have said. I don't know exactly if the drop is going to be 300 feet or not, but the ride will be 300 feet tall. Hopefully the drop's 300 feet. I mean, at least even at a 300-foot tall dive coaster, if you're up there at the top and you're hanging over the edge, that's really tall. Think about other 300 footers that you've been on. If you were just hanging there looking down, it is pretty high up. When we went down to Fury 325 last year, both my wife and I rode it, and we got to the top, and I was like, man, this is really tall. And I'm not really intimidated by rides, but even when you're going up a slow lift, you know, you're not launching like Top Thrill 2 or something at 400 feet where you go over that so fast, it kind of like comes and goes. But when you're slowly going to the top on a lift, and then with a dive coaster, you get up to the top and you kind of curve around a little bit. When you're 300 feet up and you're going to be like moseying around, if that's how this layout goes, like other dive coasters where you kind of jog around and then drop, that's going to be that's going to be really high up there to do that. So that's pretty cool. Don't know what the theme's going to be. Don't know what the name is going to be yet. So I'm just curious what y'all think. Are you excited for this one? How do you feel about another dive coaster coming in the chain? I think because this is so large, I'll be excited to go down there and ride it. And a lot of people saying Six Flags over Texas local saying like they needed something like this. They needed another big mammoth get to the park kind of attraction. So that's good to hear. I will say one other thing that I'm kind of surprised about. I would have thought that we would have gotten more Six Flags announcements by now. We've heard like trickling rumors about what new attractions are coming either next year or beyond. And they've got this big MVP pass sale where they're now have a pass where you can go to every Six Flags park across the country for $75. No doubt they're trying to sell as many of those as possible. Like, what better way to sell more passes than to tell the people buying the passes, like, hey, here's all the new stuff that's coming to these parks across the country. Are we going to get that before this pass sale is up? Like, I just am a little surprised that we're not hearing more announcements before that date, which I think is coming up in just a few weeks here, like beginning of September. So I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Are you surprised that we haven't heard more announcements from Six Flags? Maybe some more things are being postponed that we don't know about yet, like what's happening at Great Adventure in New Jersey. We just don't know. So just curious what y'all think about that. And of course, I will have all of the updates as soon as this thing is announced on September 25th. I will give my thoughts on that. As you already heard, I'm a little bit excited about it. I think it'll be fun to ride, but let me know what you think, and we will catch up next time. Peace out.